Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Strength and Balance on this Tuesday morning. Today, we are going to use some weights. We will need a chair or something to do your sit to stands off of as well. If you do not have weights, you can always use soup cans or something with a little bit of a weight to it or nothing at all, and practice isolating the muscles as we go through the movement. So let's, without further ado, let me turn the music on. And we are going to warm up on our feet. We'll do the first half of class on our feet, actually, and then we'll move on down to the floor. All right, we're ready to rock and roll. So we will start with those shoulder rolls, big circles, left arm, then right arm, or right arm, then left arm. Whatever arm you see of me, doesn't matter. Think about that full range of motion. Extend that arm all the way long and spread the fingers at the top. Let's do one more each side. And a soft bend in the knee for swimmers. One arm comes forward, one arm comes back. Make sure we stand up tall. One more each side. Then bring those arms out to the side, palms forward. Bring your hands back slightly. Shoulders down, open the chest. Then give yourself a hug. Bring one arm in on top. Give yourself a hug. Then open up. Palms face forward, shoulders are down. Open that chest. And give yourself a hug, but the opposite arm will be on top this time. So we will alternate between the two. One more each side. Take your time. Then we'll reach overhead. Shift your weight and reach overhead. We want to feel this down the side of the body. Make sure your shoulders stay square to the front and then the other side. So we are shifting our weight, feeling this all the way down the side of the body. Let's do one more each side. Then we'll take it across. So pivot on that back toe as we reach across. Then the opposite side. Make sure you stand up nice and tall. Focus on posture. You have a string pulling you all the way up from the tippity top of your head as you reach across. And we'll get into your side step. So bring the feet together. We'll step out to the left. When we step out to the left, tap the right foot, then step out to the right, tap the left foot. When you have the feet, the lower half of the body, we can add the arms and they come forward as we step. You can go at your own pace, speed it up or slow it down for whatever you need today, but make sure that form is always first before you speed it up. One more time through and release. A soft bend in the knee and we'll alternate jabbing the heels to the front. Left and right. One more each side. Then we'll go to the side, tap to the side. Make sure we stay balanced on that stationary leg as we tap out to the side. One more each side. Then we will tap back. Again, we want to stay standing on that stationary leg. Make sure we just tap that leg back. We are not shifting our weight. We are staying strong with our core nice and tight. One more each side. Then we are going to go right into those knees. So I'd like you to march the knees left and right. Abdomen is tight. Take your time. I would like you to try to balance and keep that core tight as we come up and down, up and down. One more each side. And now we will double it up. So 2 left and 2 right. And release. You can kick it out. Heels to the front. Now we're going to go right into your butt kicks. So a little hinge at the waist, and we will shift our weight. So our weight will be shifted, and we will bring a heel to your butt. When you have the lower half of the body, you can then add that upper half, driving the elbows back, keeping the shoulders down, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Keep going. Music's a little loud. Okay. Now we will double it up. So 2 left and 2 right. So 2 and 2. 2 and 2. Last 2, and take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. Again. Last time. And roll those shoulders. Keep the hands close to the body. Bring the shoulders up, around, and down. One more. Keep the shoulders down and back. Take your head and look to the right and to the left. Make sure the shoulders are down and back. Focus on posture. Stand up tall. One more each side. Arms out at shoulder height, palms facing the floor, small circles in one direction. And the opposite direction. And release. Okay, so we are going to grab our weights and a chair or something that we can do our sit to stands from. We will start with those sit to stands. We will start with 10. So from here, no weights, unless you want to use weights for the sit to stands. We are going to sit at the edge of the chair. This time through, our goal is 10-ish. So like always, make sure you focus on your form first. If it starts to hurt you, the knees, ankles, hips, back, anything, please do less and focus on that form. I'd rather have you do 3 perfect sit to stands than 12, but they are sloppy. So focus on the form first. Shoulders down and back, abdomen is tight. We are going to stand up and sit back down, hips away. That's 1. 2. 3. Keep the core tight. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. From here, we are going to grab our weights. We are starting off with your hammer curl. So weights or a soup can or nothing. So whatever you need in your hands, something or nothing. Those hammer curls, let's start off focusing at the base. So your feet are about hip width distance apart. You have a soft bend in the knee. We want to keep those shoulders back, stand up tall, shoulders down and back. Your palms are facing in. So the palms are facing the side of your body, shoulders down and back. We are going to hammer curl up for 10. So curl the weights all the way up, palms facing each other, elbows stay glued to the side, up and back down. That's 1. Squeeze the bicep at the top. 2. Keep your core nice and tight. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And that's 10. you can release the weights down. So you should feel it in the bicep. We went nice and slow so you can really help isolate the muscles. We're going to go back to those sit to stands. This time only 5. Only 5. We have a lot of sit to stands to do, so if you have issues with the knees or hips, be mindful of that, and you can even do less. Only 5. So down and up, that's 1. 2. 3. 4. Last one, that's 5. So now we are going to pick up our weights, 10 curls, but instead of those hammer curls, we are turning your palms forward and 10 traditional bicep curls. So this time the hands are forward, palms are forward, shoulders down, abdomen is tight, and let's curl up with a straight wrist. Up and down, that's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And that's 10. You can release those weights down. Back to your sit to stands. Only 5. Only 5. Chest is up, shoulders down. Down and up, that's 1. 2. 3. 4. That's 5. Now our last set of biceps for today, we are going to put the hammer curl and the traditional curl together. So we will curl up, down with the hammer curl, turn at the bottom, up, down with that traditional bicep curl. So we will do 10 total. It'll end up being 5 per kind of bicep curl. All right, follow along. Shoulders down, abdomen is tight. Hammer curl first. So that hammer curl comes up and down. That's 1. Then we are twisting palms forward, up and down. That's 2. And twist back to hammer, up, down. That's 3. Let's twist. That's 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 1 more of each. That's 9. And that's 10. You can release, place the weights down. Our last set of sit to stands. So my goal is 10, depending on how you feel. We already did 20 sit to stands. So be mindful of how many you feel that you need to do. If you need to do 5, stick with 5. If you need to do 10, do 10. If you can bust it out and do 15 with perfect form, then do 15, but make sure your form is perfect. What would I say if I was standing there in front of you right now? All right, so however many, this is it for sit to stands for today. So down and up, I'm going for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one. So if you can keep going, just listen to me as you keep going, but make sure your form is perfect. We are done with the chair. We can put the chair away. We are going to get into your shoulders. Shoulders now. Before that, we are going to hit your good mornings. 10 good mornings first, okay? So we are alternating between your good mornings, like we did the sit to stands, with shoulders, like we did with the biceps. So if your weights are too heavy for this, or if at any time you feel that, maybe I should put the weights down, because we are going to be doing about 30 repetitions, as many as we did for the bicep. For the shoulder, you can always put the weight down and do the same thing with just your arm. That is fine, okay? We're gonna start with good mornings though first. So arms are up, soft bend in your knee, push your butt back. So the hip should be back farther than the ankle. So we're not leaning over here. Your butt is going back, and we come back on up using your hips. Make sure we're not pulling from the back. 10. That's 2. Squeeze the butt. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Keep your core tight. 8. 9. Last one, best one. That's 10. Okay, so now we're going to grab our weights. We are doing 10 front raises. So palms will start on the quads, shoulders down, soft bend in the knee. We are going to stop right about shoulder height. So we're bringing both arms up and down. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. That's 10. You can place the weights down. Make sure you don't trip on them. 5 good mornings now. Only 5. Just like those sit to stands, make sure you focus on that form with these 5 good mornings. Arms are up, hips away, back is flat, down and up. That's 1. Push the booty back. 2. 3. 4. And that's 5. So now we are going to go into those lateral raises. So your side raise. Now, same thing, we want to stop about shoulder height. But when we come to the side, I'd like you to bring the hand just a little bit farther, a little bit more in front up than the midline of the body. So just a little bit more in front is a little bit more gentle on the shoulder. And if you feel that even that far out bothers the shoulder, then you can come a little bit more. Now, remember, you can always drop the weight and just do that side raise with no weight, okay? Or less repetitions. I'm shooting for 10. When you are ready, 10 to the side. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's 10. You can release your weights down, and we will go back to 5. Good mornings. Again, focus on that form. Back side of the body is what's working. Glutes, hamstrings. You might feel a little bit of a stretch in that low back, but you should keep the core tight so you don't feel pain. Abdomen is tight. We're going for 5. That's 1. Make the hamstrings work. 2, 3, 4, and that's 5. So now we are going to put that front to side raise together. 10 last shoulder exercises. 5 front, 5 to the side. We are alternating. So when you are ready, we are going up, down, that's 1. Then to the side, up, down, that's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's 10. You can release the weights down. Keep them near your mat because after this we are coming down to the floor. 10 good mornings. So again, if that's starting to bother the low back, any pain anywhere, you can always do less. I'm shooting for 10. Your number's up to you. Make sure we're pulling from the hamstring, not from the back. Abdomen is tight. Let's begin. That's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more. That's 10. Grab some water if you need it. We are going to come down to the floor. Bring your weights. We are going to stay on the floor for the rest of class. So if you also want to bring your water, make sure you grab, make sure your heart rate is down before you come on down to the floor. And we will start on your back, please. When you are on your back, we will start with your bridge. We will start with 10 bridges. So your feet will be flat on the floor. A strong pelvic tilt. Knees are bent. Abdomen is tight. We will go for 10. Lift the hips up. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Then slowly lower down. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. That is 10. You can release. Now we are going to go into your chest presses. Same kind of a sequence like we've done. We're going to start with that neutral grip chest press so the elbows are in. We are punching straight up towards the ceiling. and back down for 10. So grab your weights, elbows tucked in, abdomen is tight, press straight up to the ceiling, and back on down, elbows slide down your side, that's 1. Keep your core tight. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. You can release the weights down. We are going to go back to your bridge. Again, this time only 5. I would like you to pause though, up at the top for 5 seconds for each bridge. So pelvic tilt, abdomen is tight, lift up. We're holding 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, and 5 Mississippi. Back on down and up. And down, that's 2. Back on up. And down, that's 3. Keep that core nice and tight, strong pelvic tilt. That's 4, 1 more, just like that. And release on down. Now we are going to go back to that chest press. This time, that traditional chest press. So instead of having the elbows in, the elbows will be out at about 45 degrees as we press up. Make sure you keep your shoulders down and elongate the neck. So let's punch up towards the ceiling and down. That's 1 for 10. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. Release the weights on down. Back to 5 bridges. Pelvic tilt. We'll pause at the top for 5 seconds. Last time through like this, and then we'll go back to the 10. So lift the hips up. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, and down, that's 1. And up. And down, that's 2. Back and up. Slowly lower down, that's 3. Make sure you control it. Back on up, strong pelvic tilt. And slowly lower down, that's number 4. Last one coming up here, up and squeeze. And slowly lower down. Now we know what's coming next. We are going back to those chest presses, alternating between that neutral grip and that traditional chest press. Moving the elbows 45 degrees here. Elbows in. So that neutral grip, core is tight, press up and down. That's 1. Tilt the elbows out slightly. Up, down. That's 2. Back in. Up, down. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. You can release those weights, push them aside. We are done with the weights for today. 1 more set of bridges, this time for 10. Strong pelvic tilt, no pause at the top, but I do we want you to squeeze at the top, up, squeeze, and down, that's 1. 2, going for 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's 10. You can release. Bring your arms out to at shoulder height. Drop the knees to the right, head goes to the left. Then slowly bring the knees to the left, head to the right. Relax here for a second. And back to center. Dying bug. So we are going to do 10 total, which means only 5 per side. So let's bring the knees up, feet flexed, knees right on top of hips, arms up, pelvic tilt, abdomen is tight. And you can either alternate tapping the heels down or the opposite arm goes behind the head as well. I will do both. So opposite heel and arm, then back up, that's 1. And the other side, and 1. Keep the core tight. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, and that's it. That's 5. You can release and pull both knees in towards your chest. From here, we are going to roll over for 5 Supermen. 5 Supermen. So we're going to flip over to your stomach. Hips are down. We are coming up and squeezing and back down. That's 1. Up and squeeze and slowly control as you lower down. That's 2. 3, 4, and 5. You can release, push back into child's pose, push your butt back over heels. When you are ready, we are going to flip back over to your back and do that again. So we're going back into the dying bug, 5 per side, then flip back to your stomach and we'll do 5 Supermen. Take your time. So if you're getting dizzy, going back and forth, we are going to do this actually 2 more times. So if you are feeling like you're getting dizzy, stay here, do your 2 more sets of your Supermen first, and then we can flip over to your back and then do your dying bug, whatever you need. But just be mindful as we flip back and forth. If you do start to get dizzy, modify it to how you need to. But if you can, let's flip on over to your back. Back to that dying bug, 5 per side. Flex the feet, arms are up, pelvic tilt. 1 and 1. 2 and 2. 3. 3. 4. 4, 1 more each side. 5 and 5. You can release, hug the knees in, And you know what to do when you're ready. We are going to flip back over to your stomach. 5 Supermen. Abdomen is tight. At your own pace. You know how many we're going to do, so if I'm going too quickly for you, you can always go at your own pace, slow it down a bit, whatever you need. Up and squeeze. And back down, that's 1. 2. 3. 4. That's 5. You can release. Push back into child's pose. We have one more time through. When you are ready, flip back over to your back. Last time here, so last time with these dying bugs, again, 5 per side, keep your core nice and tight. Arms up, legs up, pelvic tilt. 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4, 4, 1 more each side. You can release when you finish. Pull both knees into your chest. And when you are ready, flip on over to your stomach for 5 more Supermen. Come on down on your stomach. Hips stay down. Arms are long. Relax the shoulders. When you are ready, up and squeeze. And back down. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. You can release. Push back into your child's pose. Butt back over heels. Extend your arms long. Make sure you don't rest your head down on the floor. We want to lift that head up. From here, let's walk your hands over to the right and hold. Your ears are between the biceps. Press that left hand firmly down on the ground so you should feel it down the the left arm, tricep, shoulder, and down the lats on the left. And walk your hands over to the left. Firmly plant that right hand down on the ground. Ears are between your biceps. center and hold. And let's come down flat on your stomach on the mat. Extend the arms long, legs are long. Bring the elbows back next to the chest. Hips stay down, lift the chest up. Release on down, rest your head down on that right hand. Reach for that left ankle, pull the left heel back towards your butt for your quadriceps stretch. If you need to, you can roll to the right and grab the ankle to pull the heel back. But if you can, try to roll forward so you get a better stretch. When you are ready, and switch sides, pull the right heel back towards your butt. Again, if you need to, you can roll to your left side to grab that right ankle, but if you can, try to roll forward so you get a better stretch. And release. Come up to that tabletop position, hands and knees. Wrist is in line with wrist is in line with shoulder, knees in line with hips. From here, I'd like you to tuck your chin, tuck the tail, arch the back. So pretend that you have a tail and you want to tuck it between the legs. Then lift the chin, lift the tail, sway that back. Try to get as much flexion in the spine that you can. Make sure that the hips are moving as well. Take your time, and I want you to pause in each position. You can release and roll on over to your back. Bring your arms out at shoulder height again. Drop the knees to the right, head comes to the left. You can hold here. And then bring the knees to the left, head goes to the right, and you can hold here. center. Extend both legs long, both arms long overhead, reach in opposite directions. From here, pull your right knee in towards your chest. And then kick your right foot up towards the ceiling with that nice straight leg. So we feel this down the hamstring of the right leg. Hamstring stretch. Bend that knee and extend that leg long. Same thing on the left. So pull the left knee in first. Then when you are ready, extend that left foot up towards the ceiling, straight leg. Pull that leg towards your chest for that hamstring stretch on this side. Bend both knees, both feet are flat on the floor. This time we're going to open your feet wider than your hips. Bring the arms out at shoulder height. Knees to the right, head to the left, and hold. And then bring the knees to the left, head to the right, and hold. Center. Bring the feet back to center and then cross that right ankle over left knee. Let your right knee fall open to the right. Open up that hip. Hips are square. Then from here we are going to reach both hands behind your left knee. So your right hand will go between the legs and the left hand will go outside of that left leg and pull that left knee in towards your chest. You can release, uncross, and then take that left ankle on top of right knee. Let the left knee fall open to the left. Hips are square. Then when you are ready, take that left hand between the legs, right hand on the outside of that right leg, and pull the right knee in towards your chest. And release, uncross. You can pull both knees in towards your chest, hug them in, rock side to side. And when you are ready, take your time, roll up, sitting, and then you can come all the way up to standing. Take your time as we come up to your feet. Make sure when you are up and ready, you have a soft bend in your knee. And when you are ready, just start rolling those shoulders back. Let's do one more. Then bring both arms out at shoulder height. Turn your hands so the palms are up towards the ceiling. Make sure the shoulders are down. Push the thumbs back. Open the chest. You can look up towards the ceiling slightly so you really feel this in the chest. Then take your left arm. Bring the left arm across the body. Right arm comes underneath and pull it on in. Release, opposite side, shoulders down, bring that arm across. Then the opposite arm comes underneath and pulls it in. Take that left arm overhead, bend at the elbow. Pull the elbow back so we can feel this down the tricep. Chin is off your chest. Make sure we stand up nice and tall. Other side. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more. Last one. Good job today, everybody. Watch out for your weights if they're still on the floor.